We've got a car. We're ready to go on an adventure. We're gonna head into Kalbarri National Park and we're gonna have some adventures. Kalbarri is a small town, so small that there's literally only one company that hires out cars. In their fleet of cars for rentals, they have 3. A Camry, a Corolla, and another car. Really small town. So we're very lucky that we got this rental. It's a good thing that Ling suggested I call 2 weeks ago when we were still in Perth. So if ever you happen to pass through Kalbarri, keep that in mind if you're looking to rent a car, to call well in advance. But first we gotta pass by the IGA. Especially if you're going into the national park, they recommend you bring 3 to 4 liters of water per person. So between Ling and myself, we'll probably need about 6 liters of water. So in Kalbarri National Park, in the heat of summer, it is actually 10 degrees warmer in the gorges than it is in Kalbarri. It can go as high as 50 plus. So because of the heat stress, there's been many fatalities that have occurred on this track. People aren't prepared, they don't bring enough water, hits 50 degrees, and then next thing you know, you twist your leg and nobody can come save you. We've got the
loop track. If you're not on it already by 7 a.m., you're not supposed to be on it, and they actually track it.
There you go.
Cameras to make sure you're not there.
Be careful when we're driving on this road. When we got dropped off here by the shuttle guy, his name is The Guy, funny enough, he had us on the lookout for kangaroos because there were just heaps of them all over the road. He advised us to say left or right depending on where the kangaroos are. Just about every kilometer or so, there's kangaroos everywhere. We were told this before we came here, that there's a lot of wildlife, and that is a major hazard when you're driving at night. And that's why they recommend you don't drive at night, because it's a very common accident to hit a kangaroo. If you see a kangaroo, and if you're traveling at high speeds, you have to make sure that you don't swerve, because if you swerve, you're gonna end up on the side of the road. So you either slow down to try to avoid hitting it, or you speed up. And if you speed up, hopefully the kangaroo doesn't hit your windshield, because it has happened. Kangaroo hits your windshield, they'll be kind of half in your car and they will start kicking you. They'll kick you to death. So one thing to look out for in Australia, as if there weren't enough things to look out for in Australia. So on that note, I'm gonna stop talking and just focus on the road.
Thank you, yes.
Just covering the entry fee to enter the national park. It's $15 per vehicle. 15 bucks, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, not bad. Kangaroos are actually nocturnal creatures. So far, fingers crossed, we haven't encountered any kangaroos hopping across. Dumbass Joeys. You know, you got the mom on one side, Joey on the other. The Joey will hop across the street, the cars. The Joey will just go straight for the mom, and that's how accidents happen. We should see less of them during the day. When it gets really hot, kangaroos tend to congregate by the sides of the road because they get thirsty. Moisture tends to collect on the roads. Gotta keep an eye out for those roos.
And emus. Apparently emus are really dumb. Will stand in the middle of the road and just look at you.
We're at nature's window. We're gonna look through the window. A very iconic photograph of Kalbarri. It's a natural rock formation that can be quite fragile, I guess. And they advise people not to hang or climb the window, which is common sense, but common sense is never always so common when it comes to tourists.
So, I read somewhere that the flies can be really terrible and just annoying. Hello.
Hi. 50 degrees in the summertime, hitting down to the gorges. It's 9:45. It's closed from 7 a.m. They'll give you a penalty of up to $1,000 if you enter the loop trail. That's how serious this track is. It's the highest grade track, super precarious, a lot of rocks. Yeah, they don't take it lightly. Well, this seems like a lovely place to take a photo. So that's the Murchison River behind us. Basically, Kalbarri is where the Murchison River meets the sea. Okay, 70 meters to nature's window. See the window. They advise people not to hang or climb the window, which is common sense, but common sense is never always so common when it comes to tourists. This place is very photogenic. I feel like every angle, you know, you could photograph and it's something new and special. So we're gonna kind of venture down. This is actually the start of the loop track that takes you around the Murchison River. You shouldn't start this track, definitely not at 10:30. There's a couple that started the track at 9:30 in the morning and both of them died. So
Can you take my picture here, please?
nature's window is like 60% of the experience. It's beautiful. You look through the window and it faces the Murchison River, but there's so much rock formation around it. The gorges are massive, so there's plenty of beautiful scenery out here and a lot of flies. Where? Okay, I think it's time we take a little water break, eh? Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I think it's perfect weather.
I could hang by one hand. They advise people not to hang or climb the window, which is common sense, but common sense is never always so common when it comes to tourists. Oh my god, Lee. I can't watch. Can you? Where's our car? I could have sworn it was parked like... Oh, there it is. She's our petite girl. We're not in New Zealand anymore, where it's like every 30 to an hour you're gonna drive through a small town of sorts with a bakery and an op shop and a petrol station and a bathroom. You have to be a bit more strategic. Polar opposites, Australia and New Zealand. Very different countries, except the people. People are closely chill and awesome. It must be something to do with being in the southern hemisphere. Ooh. Wait, do I have one? I do. Whoa.
Wait, I have an idea.
Oh, there you go. Stick the old Bluetooth speaker there.
It fits.